past few days, I've been having some really good conversations with friends. And I feel like more often than not, people think that in order to have these good conversations, you need to have like the best friends in the world. You need to have like friends who are at an elite level. Like, for example, like a millionaire friend or a friend who's just made a ton of money or things of that nature. And the truth is, you don't. I've had great conversations with friends who are pretty much, we're on the same level, we're on the same path, like the same state. And the conversations we have had have just been amazing. And the truth is, in order to get to these conversations, you just need to ask the right questions, or you just need to talk about the right topics. Listen, I'm all for laughing with your friends and having mindless fun. Whatever, I'm not even reading that. Having mindless fun. I'm gonna take this off because every time I make a video, this thing wants to sound off. Because me and my cousins and my nephew, listen, we can have those deep conversations, but there's also plenty of times where we laugh about the stupidest things. Like, there'll be times where we'll just look at each other, right? And we'll just laugh. Because my cousin said something funny, or I said something funny, and we just give each other that stare. That's great to have, but there does come a point in time where you need to have those real conversations. And like I said, it's asking those deep questions. Like asking your friend, like, what do you want out of life? Like, what are you trying to achieve? And you don't even have to like drop it on them like that, because that's a very deep and ambiguous question. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do I want out of my job? What do I want out of my relationship? For example, if you guys are at the gym, it's like, what is your end goal with coming here? What is your end goal with working out? Ask him something as simple as that. What is your end goal with being a barber? What is your end goal with making all this content? Like, what do you really want out of life? More often than not, you guys will understand each other deeper, because usually when you're being asked that question, it's only natural that you ask the same person that question back. Somebody asked me that. It's more often than not, I'll ask them the same question. Like, what do you want? And that's how you guys can connect more on a deeper level. And it's also how you guys can filter out who's truly your friends and who aren't. Like, who are people that you truly want to be around versus people that you don't want to be around. Because sometimes people will hear that question and they might even make fun of you for it. They might even laugh at you, be like, why are you asking me these deep questions? Why? And they just might not see the bigger picture. They might think life is just, there's really not much to life. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want people around me like that. I don't need philosophical people around me like Plato or Socrates. Like, I don't need people questioning the meaning of life. But I definitely want people who want more and who like have deep motivations. People who want something great out of life. Not just for the sake of flaunting, not just for the sake of flexing. Because listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Having a lot of money sounds cool in the situation of, being able to buy all these nice Rolexes and these nice cars and these nice houses and going on these vacations. But that's not my end goal. That's not my end goal with this YouTube channel. That's not my end goal with my work. That's not my end goal with the courses that I'm making, with the things that I'm building. That's never the end goal. If anything, it'd just be a byproduct. It'd just be like, oh, as a result of my true intentions and of my true desires, this is where we are. And my true desires are to help out men who are just like myself, men who were struggling with depression, men who were struggling with confidence, men who just felt low. They just felt at the bottom of the barrel. They just felt like at the lowest part of the totem pole, all the way from the bottom. And that doesn't even mean that you need to be like dead broke or come from like a terrible neighborhood, because I didn't come from any of that stuff. I was never dead broke. I never grew up in a terrible environment. Where I grew up at is actually pretty calm. It was just, if anything, I suffered more from just feeling so mediocre, from just feeling so, I didn't play any sports. I didn't really have anything to show for it. I didn't really have much to my life, and it ate at my soul because I always just felt unfulfilled. And that in and of itself literally became my purpose, to solve the problem that I face of feeling so inadequate, so, to put it quite simply, useless. And that's why I have this YouTube channel, to teach you guys what I learned along the way. All right? Because there was a point in time where I wanted to end it all. There was a point in time where I wanted to end it all. And I'm sure you guys know what I mean by that. I can't say the exact words because this might get age restricted, and I want this to reach as many people as possible. But there was a point in time where I wanted to do that. And as crazy as it may sound, I didn't realize it at the time, but looking back, I had to go through that problem. I'm grateful for that problem because I was able to solve it. And now I'm able to help out guys who face the same exact problem as me. All right. I'm able to help out guys who went through the same exact situation, who thought the same exact things in their mind. And it's truly the most fulfilling thing in the world. Truly. Just like teaching other people what I've learned and being a teacher, being a mentor, being a, what's it called? I guess you can call it a sensei. But there's a master, something like that. You know, I'm not a master in life, but there's certain things that I've just gained a ton of experience from. And at the end of the day, what's the point? What's the point of learning all this stuff? What's the point of wanting to make all this money, of wanting to make all this progress and have all this success if you don't have anybody to share it with? Whether it be your friends, your family, your children even. That's another big part of life. You know, what's the point of having all this if you're not going to have anybody to teach, anybody to help mentor, anybody to help with what you once struggled with? And you just need to be around the right people, man. You just need to be around the right people. You can't be around these people who it's not. I'll give you a quick example. I had a friend from high school who he was just all about jokes. He was all about jokes. And I like laughing and whatnot, but there comes a point in time where there just really isn't time to laugh. There isn't really time to joke around. There's a time to joke around and there's a time to get serious. And truth be told, the time to joke around is much less often than the time it is to get serious about life, because life is real. The real world is real. All right, these struggles, these problems are real, bro. We can have time to laugh, but there's only so much time to do so, because there's so much things that we need to do, that we need to accomplish, that we need to achieve. And I remember when I was going on my fitness journey of trying to become a better version of myself and losing all the weight and being able to look at myself in the mirror and be proud of myself, I would post certain things like my meals or my workout routine, and it was always just jokes. It was always just jokes. You'd always swipe up and just say jokes. Like, I went keto at the time, and he would just make like silly little jokes about it. And on one hand, I wouldn't say it was harmful. Like, it wasn't really harmful. Like, it was never like a joke where like he was like deliberately putting me down, but it was sort of just like making fun of my journey. And again, like, it wasn't super harmful. It wasn't like I stayed up at night thinking like, damn, like this guy's hating on me. But it's just like, it got to a point where I just stopped responding, because I just didn't see the point. You know, it's like you're trying to make a joke, but this isn't really the time to make jokes. This isn't really the time to laugh. And I'm sure, and truth be told, I had it pretty easily, because, you know, he was never being like outright disrespectful. Some of your friends are not your friends. All right, some of your friends are terrible people, calling you out of your name, making fun of you for wanting a better outcome out of life, making fun of you for wanting to choose a better path. You need to cut these people off. No jokes. All right, no ifs, ands, or buts. Some of these people need to get the fuck out of your life. I think that's the first curse word I dropped this video, but I'm gonna repeat it again. Some of these people need to get the fuck out of your life. You need to get the fuck away from them. You need to be around people who can inspire you. You need to be around people who can motivate you and encourage you. Not just to use them as a crutch, but it's an even exchange. It's an even exchange. Both of you guys uplift each other. Both of you guys encourage each other, whether it be with new ideas, new plans, new perspectives. You just need to be around these people who think the same way that you do, or who think similarly as you. All right, not people. If I'm trying to go on this path of going up and progressing in life, and the dude who I have next to me just always wants to bring me down, how far do you think I'm gonna get? They need to go. They need to get the fuck out of your life. Either they need to get the fuck out, or you need to get the fuck away from them. All right, whichever way you want to see it, whichever way you want to go about it, it needs to be done. And man, the conversations I've had these last few days are beautiful, amazing, like genuinely incredible. Like the one I had with my barber Eddie the other day, amazing. We're just bouncing back with each other. What the fuck? That sounded weird. Bouncing back ideas with one another, like ideas with content, ideas with motivation, just ideas to get better in life and to just progress further with social media and whatnot. A conversation I just had with one of my good friends at the gym, just talking about the importance of patience and the price of being impatient. just genuinely like beautiful and amazing conversations that I'm more than grateful for. I don't know who the fuck keeps beeping. That I'm beyond grateful for. And you guys need, trust me, I want you guys to have the same exact experiences. And in order for those experiences to fit in, you're going to have to cut out the crap. You're going to have to cut out the old people in your life who are dragging you down. The old people who they might not even be purposefully dragging you down. Like, they might not be like terrible people, but they're just people that are just there. Like, they're just there. They're not inspiring you. They're not motivating you. They're just there. They need to go. All right, that doesn't make them bad people. That doesn't make them, POSs. But if you want more out of life, you just can't be around people like that. You just can't be talking to people like that. Unless if it's obviously like, urgently necessary. Like, I'm not gonna tell you if you're at work and and to just ignore all your coworkers. You're gonna have to say hello and be courteous and respectful. But you need to minimize those interactions and maximize the interactions you have with people who can truly inspire you and are on the same wavelength and the same path as you. It's so beautiful. I am beyond grateful for my friends. I don't have that many friends, but the very few friends that I have, I am beyond grateful for them, and I love each and every single one of them. I want you guys to feel the same exact way. That being said, that'd be easy.